Welcome. I'm so freaking excited you're here because in this video, I'm going to be sharing my exact process to show you how to create the most amazing intensive. So you can actually turn your one-to-one service or your one-to-one clients into an intensive that actually allows you to take less one-to-one clients, make more money, get better results, and actually sell this weekly on Evergreen without having to do huge launches. So I'm going to share my screen because I did put together some slides, but what I'm going to tell you is I'm going to do my best to be short and concise because as a mom of three who has three kids outside the store, because at the time I'm recording this, they're all done with camp and they're running wild. So we're going to keep this short. I'm going to make this really powerful. And my whole goal here is to show you what is possible. I used to have a schedule jam-packed with one-to-one clients. I used to have a schedule where I was continually worrying about the results they were going to get. I felt like, oh my gosh, every client has something different and I'm helping them in different things. And now I show up 1 to 2 hours a week to do group coaching because I have put together this framework to creating an intensive that actually gets my clients better results, and I sell it weekly. So I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to share the screen, but I really just want you to set the intention to see what could be possible for you when you do it right. So I know, and I have been there too, where I used to launch group programs and I actually wouldn't sell slots in the group program. I end up selling more one-to-one slots. And that would frustrate me because I would do these launches and I want to sell the group, but I would end up getting one-to-ones. And there was something that happened, and this happened inside our Facebook ads agency as well, which I run with my husband, where our one-to-one calls for Facebook ads just would sell all the time. They would close like 90% of the time. So what we wanted to do was bring that ease into selling those one-to-one spots and create this freaking amazing intensive where we could bring in our clients, do less one-to-one calls, and actually get clients better results. Bonus, I can spend more time at the beach with my kids. So I'm going to share my screen. And I just want you to think while I'm sharing my screen, like what would be possible for you if your calendar was actually like freed up? What would be possible for you if you could sell clients simply and easily into an intensive program so you could free up your schedule, take less one-to-ones, and know that the thing you're providing is actually more beneficial. It's actually more transformative because that's exactly what I've done. And I'm going to show you here. And for those of you who know, like you want to get our IP around creating this intensive, I'm going to talk to you about how to get our help, our systems, our processes, our way we sell this so freaking easily, the way we have people come in from an ad and buy. I'm going to share how you can specifically get our 7 to 7 framework. So you can do this too in your business at the end. But for now, let's do this. Okay, so what I'm going to talk to you about today is 3 steps to build your evergreen intensive. Turn your one-to-ones into a high ticket intensive that brings sales in weekly. Now, this is something I'm doing because of conversations with my clients, the work that we're doing inside my program, and the conversation I had with one of my dear friends who actually has a jam-packed one-to-one calendar. And she was like, I need to create an intensive. How do I do that? And I was like, well, let me tell you, which turned into this. Okay, so let's get into it. 3 steps to build your evergreen intensive. Turn those one-to-ones into something that you can show up just 2 hours a week. Yes, just 2 hours a week, and your clients can get better results. How freaking cool would that be? So this is me. My whole goal is to help experts like you. Here's the thing. I don't work with just anyone. I work with people who have expertise in certain areas because I know that when I get my IP, my process in the hands of people who are willing to do good with it, they provide their clients with transformative results, and it has a ripple effect onto the world. So it's my goal in life to help you spread your message and make more money and basically master your messaging, turn your magic into money. That's the simplest way I could put it without launching. Turn your magic, turn your message into money, sales every week without launching. And as a mom of 3 who really enjoys summer, it's my goal to be able to do this and to get my IP in your hands so you can do this too. So you can free up your calendar and so you can spend time doing what you love and what's important to you. And this is me 11 plus years ago when I was a 4th grade special ed teacher. I've done a lot of things in 11 years. I've personally brought multiple programs online. I've personally created many different intensives that allowed me to give up the jam-packed one-to-one schedule and to go down to coaching just a few hours a week. And I've done this in the food space, in the health space, in the blogging space, summits, and now I help other business owners, other experts turn their one-to-one into a scalable online intensive. And here's just over the years, I started out here. This was my blog. And I don't know if you could see this because it's all the way down, but it's January 17th, 2012. So no joke, I've been doing this a long time. You can see I had health coaching on here. And when I tell you I've been doing this a long time, I hope this isn't, is this embarrassing? I don't know. Oh my gosh, we used to do we used to do teleseminars. And what do I mean by that? It was dial up. We'd be on a phone call and there'd be multiple people who called in and listened on the line. And that is actually how I created my first intensive. It was 2012, 2013. It was with health coaching. And it makes me laugh how long ago this was, but it started back then. It started with me taking, okay, I want to work with a group of people. Let's create a teleseminar, because that's what it was called then, which is crazy. I don't know why I put it in this order, but it was here to here. This was when I was doing blogging. You might recognize some of the faces in this group, which is crazy incredible. This was a very long time ago. And then we went here. This is when I was doing coaching and consulting, and I was working mostly with bloggers and influencers. And now here, this was 2020. So I have been around a long time. I'm also a master NLP coach. I also am trained as a trauma facilitator, a breathwork facilitator. I have a master's degree in education, and I've been doing online marketing for 11 plus years. And I wanted to just put some proof here and show you I've been working with people for a very long time. If you want more proof, you can go on my YouTube channel, Nicole Culver, and you can take a look at our video testimonials there. But what I want to tell you is that this is my expertise. This is what our IP is around, is helping you build a scalable intensive online. So you can create a program that you are so freaking passionate about. So your life is good, your business is good, you're getting transformative results, and it can be simple. Like, that is the possibility I want to show you, that you can have a business, you can make more money every single month. And look at this testimonial here. I was able to be home and be present for my kids and put family in the priority list in the level I always wanted to. That, to me, is what this is about, is helping you make money, helping good people make good money so they could do good with it. So you can spend time with your kids, so you could be present. And I know I used to struggle with how to actually get it right, how to get the marketing right, how to get the messaging right, how to do this so people are attracted to me, so it sells easier. And once I started to figure this out, I started doing this with clients too, because what is possible for me is possible for you too. So I help clients turn their one-to-one into a freaking amazing transformative intensive that they can sell all the time, so they could take less one-to-ones and get more picky with them and get better client results. Like, hands down, full stop. And the bonus in here is you get your life back. And this is the IP I have developed since 2019, when I actually shut down my B2B membership. I had over 100 people in a membership, and I shut it down to create the space because I knew something else was coming, and I needed to create the space to actually develop it. So I've been working on this for over 3 years, and I am so proud of this because not only does it work, not only does it help, has it helped clients make hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, along with it's helped me make over 7 figures in revenue. And we had our highest income month in July ever. And we're in August right now. So I can't tell you where we have ended yet, working 7 hours a week and taking one full week off. And that is truly what's possible for you. So just for a second, before we get into it, yeah, I just said this. Before we get into it, my whole goal here is to normalize you making a lot of money and normalize business being good, business being easy, clients coming in. And we do this through the energy and the strategy. It's not just one, it's both. And like I said, what's possible for me and what's possible for my clients is possible for you too. When you have the energy, when you can normalize, it gets to be this good. It gets to be this simple. And here's how I'm going to do it. So I'm here to show you what's possible. And that's what I want you to know. I'm here to show you that if you have been wanting to scale an online program, scale a group program, then creating an intensive is the best way. It's the best way. And what I'm going to walk you through here is my IP, which is the 7-to-7 formula. And the whole focus is this: you can create this in 7 hours a week and get to 7 figures. Now, I think this is really important because it took me 11 years to get here. And like I said, I started doing teleseminars back in 2012, maybe even 2011, because I went to health coaching school at Integrative Nutrition in 2010. I don't want it to take you as long as it took me. So it's my job to kind of condense the timeline for you and show you what is possible. Now, might it take you 3 years to get to 7 figures? Yeah, okay, and that's your timeline. That's amazing. Might it take you 1? That's awesome. But it's putting you on the path to help you create this scalable intensive that you're going to be so excited that sells easier than your one-to-one. So you don't have to have the schedule packed with one-to-one. It's allowed me to work 15 to 20 hours during the school year and 7 hours during the summer and show up 2 hours a week. Like, that's how much I coach, 2 hours a week. That's it, which allows me to be present for my life and make the money I want to make. Like, can we just normalize this? Can we normalize hitting our goals and being there for our family and making business simple? And this is one of my clients. She's been with me for years, but I want you to notice this. Like, look how abundant my garden is because I've made the time. This is the same person. And I told you I'm recording this in July, and this was her total revenue for July. Like, oh my gosh. And what you're not seeing is she did a whole lot of this in July, which is what has me really proud. So I want to, that was a wrong slide there because we're not perfect. Okay. So what I want you to do for 1 second is I want you to just give yourself permission to dream. Dream really big. Like, what revenue goal would you want to hit by the end of the year? Can we get into that space where we're feeling and knowing what's possible for you? Can you receive that? Can you be in that energy right now? And again, I'm going to say this over and over again because I'm all about the strategy. I've been in marketing for literally 11 years. I had no idea what I was doing at the start. I had no idea. I know a lot now, but it's also the energy too. So I just want you to get into the space of like, what would it be like for me if I already had everything I want to have, if I already had the business? What would it be like for me if people were coming into my world and buying right away? If I was selling my intensive easier than I was selling my one-to-one, if I could free up my schedule so I could be there for my kids, like, let's dream. Give yourself that permission to dream, because when you dream it, you can bring it into your world. You could call it in, you can receive it, but we need to normalize the dream. Like, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. It's no big deal for me to have someone come in from an ad and buy from us hours later into our intensive. It's no big deal. And I'm going to show you that. And it's normalizing the up and up, normalizing like being in that space of receiving, of helping your clients, of providing amazing transformations, of getting clients who stay for life for years and years. We have clients from 2016. It's possible. It's possible for you. It's possible for me. It's possible for my clients. It's possible for you too. So I really want you to think about, what do you want? If you dream it, if you desire it, it is a calling. It is meant for you. The universe, God, whoever you believe in, would not put it on your heart if it wasn't meant for you. So here's what's possible for me. Here's what I teach my clients, people buying right after coming into their world, whether it's organic, whether it's ads, quickly, more and more money every month, and clients who are lifers. Like that's what's possible. That's what's possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to switch. I'm going to go to my iPad so I can write here. So let's see. Okay, so what we're going to do here is, this is the triangle. So what I want to walk you through is, I'm just going to put a number in the middle. And this is actually, you could draw this with me. This is your goal in the center, but we do green here. So I'm going to say 100K in intensive sales. So you can go work 7 hours a week as CEO, show up 2 hours coaching. Those are the results I want for you. So you could be present and have a life. Now, this is my, let me go back. This is my 7 to 7 method. This is my formula. This is my IP. This is what I've created over the past few years. You probably know that I cannot distill everything I have created, every system down into one short video. I'm trying to give you the overview. I'm trying to give you the 80-20. So what I'll say is, if you want to take our IP and implement it in your business so you can create your intensive and sell it weekly and get the marketing, get the processes, get the pricing structure, get the onboard sequence, get the support, then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to fill out an application. And by filling out the application, you are locking in $1,000 off. You are locking in that savings right now. And then once we go through, you will schedule a call. You can see how the 727 can apply in your business. And I'll tell you more at the end, because there will be an option to fast track it. If you are like, yes, I know I need this. I'm ready to build my intensive. I'm ready to sell it on Evergreen weekly. And I'm ready to finally do this right so I could take less one-to-ones. If that's you, then I'll talk to that at the end. So let's go through this now. So now, one of the big frustrations that our people have when they come to us, and let me know if this is you too, is they have inconsistent sales. Now, this means usually, like, they sell really well with the one-to-one. Their one-to-one schedule is pretty busy, but that also means it's a little bit of a roller coaster, because their schedule gets packed with one-to-ones, and maybe some one-to-ones finish, and then maybe they need to fill it up again. So it's a little bit up and down. And maybe you've tried to launch a group program before, and it either didn't sell as well as you wanted to, or you ended up selling more one-to-ones from it. I've been there. So frustration, inconsistent sales. So that's one of the first frustrations. Second frustration is usually a quiet audience. Like, you have decent content, but your audience is super quiet. They're not talking back. You're not really sure what's going on because you are such an expert. You feel like you produce decent content, or maybe you're producing decent content and then you feel like cat's got your tongue. You're not really sure then what to say or what to do, because you're really just trying to get people to talk back and it's not working. And that's one of your frustrations. So not sure what to say all the time. Sorry about my handwriting. Not sure what to say. We're just going to leave it at that. And then the third frustration is lack of support. Now, I'm going to say lack of support is like, in business, but it's also personal life, right? Like how supported do you feel? So if we could give all of these a rating, like when it comes to sales, do you feel like you're green? Yes, I have consistent sales coming in all of the time, and I know specifically that I can scale what I'm doing. That would be, you have consistent scalable sales coming in weekly. That would be green. Yellow would be like it's a little bit inconsistent. And red would be like, okay, this is my area that needs improving the most. I have tons of one-to-one and it's still like a roller coaster because sometimes I have a full one-to-one schedule and I'm packed and I'm busy and then I need to get into selling again. So just rate yourself right now. Are you green, yellow, or red? Now let's go to audience. So green would be your audience is growing every week and they're chatty Cathys. They're talking back. Yellow would be like, I'm kind of stagnant. Sometimes they talk, sometimes they don't. And red would be like, this is my biggest area for growth because I'm not really sure what to say to get them to talk back. So just rate yourself. Support would be like, I'm so supported personally and in business. That would be green. Yellow would be like, I have some support, but I could use more. Red would be, I really need to get more support. I deserve more support. Now, no matter where you are, this is not good or bad. It's just our roadmap. It's just our roadmap. We all have areas we can improve and we want to improve in our business. So I'm going to talk about the 727 because for each one of these things here, we have a system and a process for how to get consistent, scalable sales. It's kind of hard to write on this thing sometimes. So this is my goal for you, consistent, scalable sales weekly. Now, again, one of the things that is really important is well, not again, because I haven't talked about this. The first step in consistent, scalable sales weekly is to be able to have your intensive offer. Now, your intensive offer is the thing that you want to create that actually provides better results for your client. Now, this is the thing that actually is priced so perfectly that it's a no-brainer for your people, that they feel like, yes, this is my next step. This is what I'm going to enroll in. This is what I'm so excited about. And this is the offer that gets you selling easier than your one-to-ones because they're so freaking excited. It is that no-brainer that's kind of like magic. And the system inside the 727 that we teach about this is the 100K process. And we actually teach you inside the 727 how to price this because there is a special way that you want to price your intensive. So it actually becomes the thing that more people want to join than your one-to-ones. And that's the key. That's the key. You also have to create a special onboard process so that everyone coming in actually feels like a one-to-one client, like it's personalized, but you're enrolling multiple people at once every single week. So the 100K process has pricing, it has onboarding, and it has structure, because you have to understand how to structure this because it's evergreen, but you want it to feel like it's personalized for every single person. And that's exactly what we teach inside the 727, because every client that comes into our world, I want you to feel like you are having the most luxury, high touch point out of any program you've ever joined ever. Like that's the feeling I want you to have when you work with us. And that's the feeling I want you to give your clients. Like it is a done with you, but it's scalable for you. So you're not jam packing your calendar with one-to-ones. It's a done with you process. So you want to create that intensive offer that feels luxurious, that feels like a no-brainer, that has the perfect price point, that you are clearly onboarding, that has a perfect path for each person who comes in. So they feel like, oh my gosh, they've got me. And you feel like this is so scalable. So this is all in the 727. This is all what we have developed over the past few years is how to do this. So if you know you want this, the 100K process, then apply now. Apply now. and we will show you how you can get RIP to put it, like literally plug and play, plop it in your business so your clients can feel like this too. So this is the first step. Now, the second step, because you need to start here, the second step is to qualify. Now, this means that you are so clear on the people you're working with, so clear. Now, for us, for the 7 to 7 to work in your business, you have a process and you have one-to-ones. You're making money. You have one-to-one clients. You have your level of expertise. You provide amazing results. We're just figuring out how to put that into an intensive so you can scale it and make it bigger and get better results. So we're unpacking, basically, you're taking RIP for us to help you unpack your IP so we could take your expertise, turn it into magic, turn that message into weekly sales and make it scalable for you. And we are so clear that we don't work with everyone, and we help you get clear on that process too. So really think about, how can you qualify people? And we have a specific niche process for this, so you can qualify your people and really get clear on the people who you can get the best results for. And that also goes along with consistent, scalable sales weekly. Now, the last piece of this is the magic sales. So I was doing a live training once and someone was like, magic sales, that's a red flag. And I will always preface this and say, if you don't want to do the work, do not work with us. It's just that clear. When you enroll, there is not like a magic unicorn that comes down in the sky and starts printing you money. You have to do the work. But what I'm telling you is, when you have your intensive offer, when you go through this in the 7 to 7, when you have your pricing, so it's a complete no-brainer, when you have your onboard system, when you have the structure, when you have all of these places so your people feel like it is a luxury process to come into your world, and you use our magic sales system to sell every week, it's going to feel like magic. That's the point. That's the point. And what if we could just normalize like things going well for you, your program selling? What if we could normalize it being simple? What if we could normalize this intensive selling better than your one-to-one? And that's what we help you do in an energetic and systemized way. We help you get our system. So this whole, you could see this whole piece here, the consistent scalable sales weekly, this is what I get really excited about, because I know what a difference this will make in your life. So I kind of want to deep on here. So I'm going to do a few more minutes. I was going to stop here, but I will do a few more minutes. And what I just want you to say is, if you want results like our clients are having, you can go on my Instagram, you can look at my highlights. I have a client win and I have an elevate. They're really the same thing, but you can click through and you could see all the amazing freaking results. You can go on my YouTube channel. You can see that the 7 to 7, that I'm a real human who has been in the digital marketing space for 11 years. And that I'm real, and that my clients get real results, and that I've done this myself. So if you know you want our help, just apply and lock in. And all right, let me finish this. I get so excited. I get so excited. Okay. So now, how do you get a hot audience who's ready to buy quickly? I'm really passionate about the buy quickly piece, because I think that there's so many myths around, oh, people take so long to buy. If you did Amazon have to convince you to make a purchase today? When was the last time you bought something online? Like, if I need something and I want my problem solved, then I don't need to be convinced. So we're not trying to convince anyone. We're not trying to convince anyone. We're trying to find the pocket of people who already want what we need to have and put it in front of them, put our intensive offer in front of them that is so freaking good that they are so ready to get our help. And that's the thing. And part of that is knowing your money magnet words. Now, these are like your power freaking words that when you say, your people are like magnetized to you. A lot of people don't know their power words. So since I've been doing this for 11 years, since I have a master's degree in education, since I am an expert in the digital marketing space, it would be really easy for me to sit here and talk to you about EPL or your cost per lead or your click-through rate, but those are not my money magnet words. Those are the words that make you gloss over, right? You're like, what are you talking about? I just want weekly evergreen sales. I just want to create an intensive that gets weekly evergreen sales so I can free up my one-to-one calendar. Money magnet words. You need to know your power words. These are the words that jolt your audience up and get them to freaking pay attention. Most of us, because you're such an expert, it's like you're at a PhD level and you're talking to kindergartners, and it's not the kindergartner's fault. They have no idea what they're saying, and they're like sitting on the carpet twiddling their thumbs, right? You need to learn your money magnet words. And this is what we show you how to do inside the 7 to 7 is find those money magnet words that are going to wake up your audience and get them to pay attention. Second thing, which I don't want this to get too long, so I'm just the 5-minute launch. When you have your intensive offer, when you have your 100K process down, you can literally do a launch. Now I'll say plan a launch. When I did this video, I sat down for literally 5 minutes, threw together some slides, and now I'm here. And this video, I am proof because this video is going to result in sales. You are maybe not you, but someone will come in, many people will come in, more and more people every single month will come in, see this video and say, yes, I want your IP. I want the 7 to 7 method. I want to put it in my business. I want to create an intensive offer. I want to have weekly sales. I want people to come into my world and buy quickly. And I plan this in 5 minutes. So when you have the other sides of this triangle, you can do a 5-minute launch and make sales whenever you want. It's that simple. And anyone who is telling you it's not that simple does not have their intensive offer, this offer right here, and they don't know their money words. They don't know their money magnet words. They don't know the power. And then the last piece of this is the 15. This is how we plan out our content in 15 minutes a week. I basically do 15 minutes a week, 1 hour a month, plan out our content, and it brings in buyers. Okay, so the last piece here, this is longer because sometimes I get really passionate and I just want to talk to you forever. There's 3 pieces here. So the lack of support, what's the opposite of lack of support? It's having a team and being supported and knowing you are supported. So this 7 to 7 method is all of it, but the 7 to 7 also is specifically what you need to do as a CEO every single week. So you can spend just 7 hours a week as the CEO and know that I'm sitting in the CEO seat. I'm not in the marketing seat. I'm not in the coaching seat. I am not in the content creator seat. I am in the CEO seat. And one of the biggest reasons expert businesses fail is because they try to be an expert all the time. You cannot just be an expert. You have to be a CEO. And the 7 to 7 also helps you figure out what are your CEO tasks. So my business is running smoothly every single week. So I'm making more money every single week. I'm growing my audience and I feel supported. So there's 2 other steps here. I'm not going to specifically go into it because this is getting long. But what I want to tell you is that you do need a marketing team. Because you need people who are experts in areas that you're not an expert in to help and support you. And inside the 7 to 7, we help you. We become your marketing team. We meet with you weekly. So every single week in the 7 to 7, we have a team meeting where we basically let you borrow our team of experts and come in and talk with our CFO and say, okay, you're basically proving yourself and saying, this is what I'm going to work on. This is my accountability. Does this make sense for where I want to go? You're talking to our messaging expert and saying, hey, this is my intensive offer. What do you think about this? How can I tweak this? How can I figure out my money magnet words? You're talking to our team of experts. You're getting on the call. And that's really important because for many of us that come to me, many of my clients, they can't necessarily afford to hire an entire team of specific experts. So you borrow ours in the 7 to 7. Now, there's one elephant in the room that we haven't talked about, and it encompasses all of this. If I could draw a big circle around all of this, it would be like, this is for everything. And that is mindset and energy. And this is the last thing I'll say before I go back to my slides is the truth is this can work for anyone. And I want you to normalize that your business can be easier, that you can build scalable sales, that it gets to be good for you. It freaking gets to be good for you. So let it be. Let it be. Figure out your revenue goal and figure out how to be in that energy now, and then use this. Use this. And I would love to help you set up the 7 to 7 inside of your business so you can create this intensive offer that sells better than your one-to-ones. And this is a quick overview on how we do that. So this was a very quick overview of RIP, the 7 to 7 formula. I use method, I use formula because it's both. It's both. And inside, we help you develop your high ticket intensive. We help you get less one-to-one calls. We help you learn to make it simple to sell it weekly so you can turn your magic message into money. That's the simplest freaking way to put it. We help clients with this every single week. We would love to help you with this too. And my whole goal for you is to help you sell your intensive easier than your one-to-one. And if you have tried this before, if you've tried to sell a group program and it hasn't sold like you wanted it to, then there may be, because of what we talked about today, a few reasons why it didn't. So what I want you to do is remember, apply now. You will lock in $1,000 off so we can make sure the 7 to 7 is a good fit. We don't just work with anyone. We're very specific in who we work with because we want you to get freaking crazy results. And we only take new cohorts one time a month, and it is limited. So I want you to take a second and apply now. Like I said, when you fill out the application, you're going to lock in $1,000. And what I want you to notice on here, so there's many different types of buyers. So there's many different types of buyers. None is good or bad. It's just how you purchase. So I'm the type of buyer that I'm just ready to go. I will buy without, if I feel in my heart and I tune in and I know that a program is going to be right for me. I don't even read the page. I don't even read the testimonials. I just buy. And I know that is one type of buyer. So if you know that you want to be in the 7 to 7, if you want our proprietary system to implement in your business and you want to start, if you're like ready to go, I'm going to show you how freaking simple this is and how you can implement this. It's so meta, I know that, but we have people across all different niches and all different industries. There is an option to fast track your application to get the 7 to 7 info immediately. And if you are one of those buyers like me, where you're just like, I'm ready to go, I have something special for you. And it's super fun because I just get really excited when people are ready and they're ready to take action. They're ready to implement this. So you will lock in the $1,000 off. If you know you're ready to go, then just click the fast track and we'll contact you. We'll get you enrolled. We'll get you all signed up. We have a special bonus for you. We have a special investment for you. And if you're the type of person, like I said, I didn't make a slide for this. If you're the type of person that is very thorough, this is not good or bad. We're just different types of buyers. If you're the type of person who is very thorough, you want to know specifically, how is this going to fit in my business? Then when you apply, you're going to get the option to book a call. You book a call. We still have something special for you too. So you can either fast track it, you get the 7 to 7 info immediately, or you're like, I'm thorough, I need to speak to someone. We totally get you. You want to know how the 7 to 7 can fit into your business. I get you. My most important thing is that you feel safe and you feel secure in this transaction. That's really important to me. So if you're the person you feel safe and secure going for it, hit the fast track. If you're the type of person who needs to talk to a human, then I totally get that. Totally get that. So you book a call. And we're so excited because this truly has changed my life. It's allowed me to hit income levels that I didn't know was possible when I quit my teaching job. And it's given my clients money, freedom, transformation, and results for their clients. And it's literally like my job to help make this simpler for you. And if you're ready to go, then let's go. I'm so excited. All right, thanks for being here.